Hello, my lovelies, and welcome to my reading. So, today we are doing a reading based off where your relationship is going. So, this is for people who are currently in relationships and not singles, but when I do my next reading, I'll go ahead and do it for singles. So, I'm going to go ahead and shuffle this deck for you guys. Place out 3 cards. So we have pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. Alright, I'll give you a minute to choose. It's kind of dark because today it's kind of cloudy. So at least today we won't have any glare on the cards, but I'll make sure that, if you can't see them properly, I'll go ahead and turn the light on. So we're going to start off with pile number 1. Alright, pile number 1. We have the Queen of Cups for you guys. So I'm going to go ahead. All of these cards are upright, but I will read it based on whether or not it has a low vibrational state. So instead of pulling the cards out and doing it that way, I'm just going to I was trying to pull out 4 and 2 extra cards came out for you guys. So, pile number 1 with that Queen of Cups. This is very much talking about being a master of your emotions here, very much so. So this very much has to do with how you are currently in your relationship, where you acknowledge that your emotions can get the best of you, so you do the work to better yourself at an emotional level. You guys have very high emotional intelligence, as well as, you guys understand emotions and how they can affect a person and precisely yourself as well. I'm going to go ahead and lower down the camera a bit. I'm currently in a studio apartment here, so bear with me. Okay, so pile number 1, let's start with your cards. We have the 3 of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, the 5 of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, Temperance, the 9 of Cups, the Judgment, Ace of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, the Hanged Man, the 8 of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles again, you guys. So, wow, this is very big on nurturing. You guys, this relationship is going to better places. This is actually, there are some issues that do need to be addressed in your relationship, as all relationships need to be addressed. And this is pretty much pointing to that 5 of Cups here. So the 5, like I said, I'm not reading any reversals today, but that 5 of Cups is really talking about, it's either you or your partner, however this resonates with you. You guys will do something romantic or as a gesture of love, and it won't be exactly what you wanted. You're like, okay, but you could have done more. And that's really where you guys are, like, where you guys may have like a block where you're just like, you could have done more. You could have done this, you could have done that. That goes back to the idea of expectation. So what you're expecting from this person without properly telling them what you want is pretty much you're asking them to read your mind. So that is something that does need to be worked on in this relationship, because this person cannot read your mind. But overall, this relationship can be very prosperous. It's going to take a lot of nurturing and a lot of time because we have two Ace of Pentacles here and the Page of Pentacles. So we literally have three pentacles lined up. So this is talking about like on a financial state in your physical reality, and even in terms of the gifts the universe gives you. So in terms of your physical reality, there's so many gifts that have been given to you, especially when it comes to, this person as well. And you guys need to take that time to have an adventure with this person, because it's supposed to be a journey. And you guys, from everything else currently right here, it's like you guys see where this relationship can go. You do want it to move a bit quicker, but another part of you is kind of like, no, it needs to slow down. We need to take this time. And if you feel that you're not that person, then it is the other person that is feeling this way. However this resonates for you, pile number one. But overall, starting with this Three of Pentacles here, and this Temperance, and this Queen of Wands, this is very much talking about, teamwork and collaboration and compromise, which you guys really do need to focus on. And this goes back to what I was saying previously. Teamwork, collaboration, and compromise, because they cannot read your minds, but they cannot always do what you want either, and vice versa. And with this Temperance here, this is about finding a balance, seeing things from a higher perspective as well, understanding what lessons can you take away, and what parts of yourself do you feel no longer serve you as well. And with this Queen of Wands, this is saying that if you focus on these two things right here, this relationship will blossom into what you want it to be. With this Queen of Wands, is about nurturing. It's about your physical reality. It can even be about motherhood as well, because we have the Queen here, and the Queen gives birth. So even motherhood. So if you've been, hoping to have children as well, that is possible here. But you have to really focus on these two aspects here of understanding more of your shadow self and doing that healing, and also, compromise as well. Overall, this relationship is going to a better place, but on both sides, healing needs to be done. For the other person, what they need to do is really, this Queen of Swords here is talking about being strong in your mental. So this person can be very not in person that they are, but they sometimes have a hard time making a decision for themselves, and they will kind of look at you and be like, okay, so what are you doing? And then I'll follow you, which is probably where some of this frustration comes from, because they're so indecisive as well. But we also have this Nine of Cups here, so this person is trying to become a better person. They're trying to be more loving. They are very loving from the get-go, but they do have a habit of trying to shift a positive into a negative. With the Hanged Man here, they try to shift their perspective into something not as good, because it's the Hanged Man, then the Five of Cups. So they try to shift their perspective, so in that case, it can turn a positive into a negative. So let's say, for example, they do something for you, and you're like, okay, that's not exactly what I wanted. They're going to be like, okay, it wasn't what she wanted, well, now you're useless, what's wrong with you? I say she, but it could be, you could be a man, or you could be, non-binary, or you could be trans, whatever resonates with you. I don't know, so I am using the term she. But it's like this person is very undecisive, and they're very quick to tear themselves down. This relationship, while it can go to higher places, it is quite a bit of a test. It's one of those things where, understand there's always more for you out there if you feel that you cannot handle this, but also realize that if you do choose to pursue this, it will be a test, it will be hard, it will not be easy, and I say this because of the Judgment card right here. This is meant to be, I don't want to say a judgment of your character or their character, but rather it's a test to help you see more, understand more about yourself, your compassion, your empathy, your emotions in regards to other people, and especially in relationships. With this Eight of Wands here, this is about a message coming in, so you can expect a message from this person rather soon, whichever that may be, and it's going to be a message that you've been expecting, like in a psychic way, you've been expecting this message, and it's going to come in very, very soon. And with these cards here, this is all about nurturing your current reality. So nurturing this person, but also nurturing yourself, because we have 2 Ace of Pentacles. So understanding that you guys have your own separate ideas of reality. You guys have your own separate financial situations. You have your own separate struggles and trials. So understanding that as the Page of Pentacles and choosing to make it an adventure rather than something that brings you down will be very beneficial in this relationship. So with this relationship, it's like, funny enough, this is more of where it can go if you're both willing to put in the work. So let me actually see where this person currently stands in terms of you. Okay, so 2 cards fell out, and one fell out facing me, one fell out not facing me. So the one that was facing me was pretty much saying how they feel and how they've been showing you they feel, and the one that is turned upside down is their secret emotions. So I literally have it like this. This is how I fill out. So we have the 2 of Wands here. So this is very much about choice and choosing the better outcome here. So this person is very focused on, succeeding in this relationship. They may be very vocal about that with you. They may be like, hey, I want this relationship to go somewhere. I want this to be a prosperous relationship. How they're not telling you they feel is this Page of Swords. It actually fell out in reverse. I did not even know, but Page of Swords in reverse. So I thought I wasn't going to read any reversals, but they're telling me to read this reversal. So how they feel is that they feel inadequate with this Page of Swords, because the Page of Swords, the pages are all about adventure, going on the journey, enjoying the journey. And it's not that they don't enjoy the journey with you, rather they feel inadequate for you. They feel that, you can find someone better, that they may not live up to your expectations, which we already established for you, you can place them kind of high for this person. And I know for some of you guys, you may be thinking, I don't have that high of expectations for this person. I just, want, his time or her time. I just want them to be there for me. But not everyone can be that for you. Because let's say, for example, you just want that person to give you time. It may not happen. That person may be busy with other things. They may be dealing with things such as depression. And it's harder for them to make that time for you. So understanding their circumstances and being flexible with the time they can give you is very important. If you feel that, that's not what you want, by all means, there is always more out there. But if you want to spend that time focusing on that person and being flexible with that person until you can reach that 10 of Cups pentacle, that is just going to have to be, your journey and your hardship. But your relationship will be stronger for it. The Sun. So they do feel very happy with you. It's almost like they're terrified of being happy with you a little bit, because I almost wanted to put it in reverse. But the only card I put in reverse was the one that fell. So it literally fell and was in reverse all on its own. But for this card, Sun card, they feel so happy with you. They feel ecstatic to be with you. But that inadequacy is what turns that happiness almost upside down, because they're like, I'm so happy with this person, I feel good, I feel welcome, I feel supported, but I feel inadequate. I don't meet their expectations like they want me to. I can't do things that they want me to. I can't be there for them in the way they want me to. They're so happy with you, but they also have those fears of inadequacy. Yeah, this goes back, so we have 2-2. So we have the 2 of Wands and the 2 of Swords. They want to move this relationship into a better place, but they're currently stagnant at this time. So this goes back to when I was saying, you don't always know what's going on in their life. They could be dealing with, family or depression, and they can stunt certain aspects of the relationship. This is where this comes in with that 2 of Swords. currently you may be feeling like your relationship is kind of not going where you wanted it to go. You're like, okay, we could be doing this right now, but this person's not busy. Like, I mean, this person is busy, and they can't really make time for me right now, and that kind of frustrates me. But this person currently is feeling that same stagnation, but rather they're using that stagnation to do behind the scenes what they need to do so they can move through this relationship a lot easier. Yeah, so definitely dealing with family issues at this time, because we have the Six of Cups. So this person is dealing with family issues, especially like childhood trauma, or they could be trying to face, family about issues that had happened when they were younger, or they could just be facing issues about, what's currently happening and what the family has been contributing to or taking away from. However that may resonate for you. But family is one of the things that is currently taking up their time. This person could also have kids as well, because it's Six of Cups and there are 2 children on the card. So they could also be dealing with children at this time, which makes it hard for them to spend time with you. And also we have this butterfly here. And these butterflies are about transformation. So this goes back to that depression as well. This depression can be caused by PTSD. And this could just be, they're trying to transform into a better person for you at this time. However that resonates for you. So the Hanged Man has been trying to come out of this deck for a while here. They're trying to change their perspective for the better for you, but that takes time. And that's where they're getting kind of frustrated, is that they're trying to become mentally better for you. They're trying to focus on that happiness and not that inadequacy. But this is where they're currently having issues at this time, is changing their perspective for the better, gaining a more healthy mindset. So let's look at you guys in this relationship. Ooh, okay. This card flew out. We have the Ace of Wands. So you guys have been co-creating a better reality with the universe. You guys have been doing that consistently. This is probably how you manifested this person. You didn't exactly manifest this person with, the negative, but that's because there are certain aspects that need to be healed. So we have the Six of Cups again. The people that come into your life are lessons and blessings. So this type of person, you guys can have a lifelong relationship, because in this card, that's what you were manifesting ever since you were a kid. A person to have a lifelong relationship with. A person who can be a companion, a loyal companion through your life. And that's what you've really been manifesting. And so this person has come into your life. However, you just weren't expecting everything else that came with this person. Like even though you knew the perfect person doesn't exist, you were slightly hoping that they would be more than what they actually brought to the table, which is completely understandable. And this is actually where your expectations come in. Understanding this person is not perfect, and they're not meant to be perfect. So the Eight of Pentacles, you're not looking away from this person, but you are really focusing on this person. You're not focusing on everything else, everybody else. Rather, you're focusing on this person and what they can add to your life. That's why we have the 8 before the 9. The 9 is about, reaching that pinnacle, and then the 10 is reaching the utmost best. So you guys are trying to see how this person can really add to your life, and you do see it. You do see it from a higher perspective. However, it goes back to those expectations you have for this person. And the Knight of Pentacles. So this goes back to, it's an adventure. It is currently an adventure you need to traverse. Like, it is not going to be easy. It is not. It's going to be a relationship. Relationships are not easy. And currently you guys are going through a rough patch, but it is not going to last. Rather, this is supposed to be a point in time where you as a person can grow and they as a person can grow. That is really what's going on here with this Knight of Pentacles. If you choose to walk away from this, do not worry. Like, it's not like, this person's going to, die without you. Rather, it's just that if you move on, there are other people out there These people can meet your expectations and some may not. But no one's going to meet your expectations to 100 degree. If you feel that you're meant to stay with this person, by all means, do the work. But do not expect an easy way out because you want one. Okay, pile number one? This relationship is meant to be a work in progress until you guys can reach that 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles. But it is meant to be a work in progress. So pile number one, I hope that resonated with you. If it did not resonate with you, go ahead and choose a different pile. But if it did resonate with you, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. If you like a personal reading, I will have my website linked down below. If you would like to donate, you can. All donations go to this channel. Alright, pile number one, I'm going to go ahead and leave it there for you guys. Bye! Hello, pile number two. So if you chose this pile, this is your reading. So we have the Emperor upright. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and shuffle these cards and place out a few. So I'm going to go ahead and do it the same way I did it for pile number one here, where I'm just going to choose some cards and place them out. Okay, that was a bit more cards than I was expecting, but they came out for a reason. Ooh. Alright, pile number two. This is your reading. Alright, so let me go ahead and shuffle them a bit more. I'm just literally shuffling them. So in that case, we have a nice mixture going on. Okay, so first card we have is the Three of Wands. We have the Eight of Swords. We have the Six of Swords. We have the Five of Wands. We have the Chariot. We have the 10 of Cups. We have the 7 of Wands. We have the 3 of Pentacles. The 9 of Cups. The Fool. 7 of Wands, 7 of Pentacles, I mean. The 3 of Pentacles, again, repeating. Okay, this was more cards than I was expecting. The 4 of Pentacles, the World, and the 5 of Swords. Okay, I tried to fit this in here. I'm going to go ahead and move this down here, actually. Okay, so a lot more cards than I was expecting. They were kind of just flying out of my hands here. I'm actually going to go ahead and move this over. Let's try to fit this in here properly. But already, I feel a lot of combative energy where you guys are like, this relationship can go places. You can see from a higher perspective. You can see that it's, you know, a relationship that is meant to thrive and last a lifetime with that 10 of Cups here, where you guys have a lot of anxiety about this relationship, rather where it's going to go and whether or not this person can really get to know the real you, if that makes any sense for you guys. Okay, sorry, I just got a headache. So bad, you guys. Oh, God. But, wow. So, you guys are already going through quite a lot with this person. That's what I'm feeling here. Because we have the Emperor, and this is about being disciplined. But for you guys, I feel that you're over-disciplined. But like, whenever you make one mistake, you're like, okay, then everything's ruined, I messed everything up because of that one mistake, which is where, you know, that energy should be acknowledged in this relationship, as it can lead to that 6 of Swords energy and that 8 of Swords energy going on here, where you're constantly trapping yourself all because you made one mistake. But you guys are really focused on the future. You're really focused on bettering yourself. You guys have gone through a lot in your life. Your creativity currently is at its highest point right now. And also, you spend a life where you've kind of been used by people. So currently with this Four of Pentacles, you're keeping money to yourself, you're keeping your time to yourself, your reality is dedicated to yourself. And I think this is where some of your anxiety comes from, because you're so used to giving and giving and giving, and in this relationship, you're really not. You're not giving as much, rather you're waiting to see where it's going to go. From a higher perspective, you know it's going to go to better places. You know you're on the right track. You know you're in the right relationship, because we have the Chariot here as well. And the Chariot is saying that you're on the right track to this Ten of Cups. Currently, you're feeling more of this Nine of Cups energy, where you feel good about yourself. You feel good about where you stand in terms of your emotional, mental, and physical states. You feel good about your life and how you've gotten there. However, even though you feel good, you're still human, and you still have, negative thoughts, negative emotions, and this is where this is kind of coming in with this Eight of Swords, this Ten of Cups, and the Fool. You took a leap of faith to be with this person, and you will continue to take leaps of faith. But especially with that Ten of Cups, with spending a lifetime with somebody, it actually makes you feel trapped. That it makes you feel trapped based off of old wounds. So you may have grown up with parents who split, or you could have grown up just with a single parent where the other parent was just non-existent. Or you may have seen a lot of relationships where that Ten of Pentacles does not seem achievable. And this is what they're really trying to say, those old ways of being, those low vibrations, are something you do need to acknowledge if you want this relationship to go where you want it to go. Because living a lifetime with somebody is only a chore if you make it a chore. But when you are choosing to spend a lifetime with somebody, you're choosing to be there for that person through the thick and the thin. You're choosing to be there for that person when they get depressed, when they have anxiety, when they're having good days, when they're having bad days, when they're angry, when they're sad, when they're happy, when they're exuberant. You are choosing to be with that person regardless of what's going on. That is spending a lifetime with somebody. Being there, during their milestones. Being there during times where they feel stagnant. Being there no matter what. That is love. Because anybody can be in a relationship, but not everybody can. Best way to phrase this, not everybody can hold a relationship. When you're in a relationship, you are choosing to hold up the world, funny enough, with this person. You're choosing to help them and be there for them no matter what, and vice versa. That is terrifying for a lot of people. I myself, I grew up with a father that was mostly absent. Even though my parents never actually divorced, he was always absent. He was never really home. And when he was home, pretty much he was only there to get my mom pregnant again, and then he left. It was such a toxic relationship with my father. But he also died when I was very, very young. So my relationship with him and the idea of a father figure was very skewed. So when I got into a relationship with my very first partner, I acted the way my mother had acted when my father was not around, and my partner acted as my father did. So I pretty much searched for somebody who would pretty much not be there for me, just the way my father hadn't been there for me. And I had to realize that was a pattern. And then in my second relationship, I had too much expectations. I was like, I need this, that, you have to be this person. And my partner couldn't reach those expectations. So we broke up. And in my current relationship, I understand now the dynamic of that Ten of Cups, where you can have expectations, but be aware of what type of expectations you're placing on this person, and be aware of whether or not they can meet those expectations. Because your fear is that this person will disappoint you. Because we have that Six of Swords there, so you're willing to go on the journey. You're willing to be in this relationship, but you're fearful of where it's going to go. You're fearful of whether or not this person will deliver or will be what you need them to be. However, the only person you need to be what you need to be is yourself. You cannot control that person. You cannot force them to be what they don't want to be. You can't. And that's really where you guys are trying to learn with this Seven of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles. You're realizing that it takes time for a relationship to blossom. So while you're waiting for that relationship to blossom, focusing on yourself, your own health, your spiritual, mental, emotional health, and physical health as well is very important, but also nurturing this relationship is also very important. So you're realizing that this relationship cannot happen unless you love yourself, unless you nurture yourself, because you cannot nurture somebody else if you don't nurture yourself. It will eventually become a parasitic relationship. And that's what you guys have learned, and that's what you're working on. And that's where that Five of Wands come in, where you guys are realizing that, hey, I can do this, I can do that, I can do this, I can do that for myself. And then what can I do for this other person with this Three of Pentacles here? You have two Three of Pentacles. So you're like, what can I do for this person? What can I do so we have compromise? So in that case, every now and then I get what I want and they get what they want. You are really starting to think quicker on your feet in this relationship, but you still do have this anxiety, but you are working to overcome it. So this cycle that you're experiencing is coming to an end with the World here, where you're no longer going to be focused entirely on these anxieties. But now you will need to focus on another one, and that is not always believing what your eyes tell you. You should always look through your third eye and through your intuition. That is the next road for this relationship, where you're going to be so focused on what you see with your eyes that whenever you see something, you're going to be like, oh wait, no, that doesn't seem right. But nothing ever seems right through your eyes. Like currently right now, it looks like it's raining, but it's just gloomy. It's not actually raining. Is it going to rain? Probably. But you have to see through your intuition, not just your eyes. Your eyes will deceive you. And that is currently your next road, you guys. Your next challenge in this relationship. Because a relationship is going to be a challenge, no matter if it is, the best relationship possible. You are two different people who may vibe together, who may, be perfect for each other. But that doesn't mean that there's not going to be any arguments or, anything that's not going to get in the way. You're two different people entirely. There's no such thing as that perfect relationship. Like even on social media, they're like, oh, we never argue. That is not a healthy relationship, because they are becoming the same people rather than being their individual selves. You're going to argue, even if it's arguing about food. Like when I say argue, I don't mean like large scale screaming. I mean just small disagreements. When you're with the right person, you don't have to yell at them for them to hear you. That's the thing here. You do not have to yell at them for them to hear you. You just, I'd say, for example, I normally know what I want for lunch, but when my partner does take me out for lunch, he'd be like, what do you want? And I'm like, I want this. And so he'll go get that. But every now and then, I'm just like, I don't really know what I want. And so he'll be like, do you want chicken? And I'm like, no. And he's like, do you want a hamburger? And I'm like, no. And I kind of do that. And I know it irritates him to some degree. But he's willing to be patient with me. And be like, okay, I understand. Right now, you're just not feeling it. Like right now, all I want is a very juicy hamburger. But it is currently morning time. And in morning time, I need to eat a healthy breakfast. So this is how the other person is currently feeling. With the devil here, this is actually about sexual attraction. They feel a lot of sexual attraction towards you. Like a crap ton. Okay. They can see where this relationship is going with this Ace of Wands, and they're really focusing on getting to that Ten of Cups. So they themselves have, if you've been manifesting them, they've also been manifesting you. This was a two-party thing where you guys were manifesting each other without even realizing it. But they were manifesting you. They were calling for you. And then you came and they were like, oh my God, this is the person. This person, you have changed so much within them already in terms of their mindset, and they don't really talk about it because of the mere fact that, whenever it comes to your mindset, it's a very personal thing. Even when you're in a relationship that has like been 78 years, your partner's not going to know everything about you. That is okay. But the thing that they are dealing with currently is this Nine of Wands energy, where they let their anxieties get the best of them and weigh them down. They try really hard to stand tall, but they have a hard time letting go of these anxieties and stepping away from them. Sometimes they feel bad for being sexually attracted to you. Not that they don't want to be sexually attracted to you. It's more like, but they don't want this relationship to be just about sex. That's not what they want from this relationship by any means. So sometimes when they pursue sex, they're like, is this too much? But you're very vocal about when you do and when you don't want it. So it's not that, it's not that you have anything to change. Rather, this is something that they have to acknowledge within themselves. They were sexually stunted growing up. They grew up in relationships. They grew up around relationships where sex was the main priority of that relationship. And then everything else was kind of like if I want to. If I want to be there for them, that's fine. If I want to support them, And so they don't want to follow in those footsteps. So just understand it's an anxiety of theirs. It's not anything towards you. Rather, it's just based on the relationships they grew up around. It's something that they have to acknowledge. It's shadow work they have to do. The Sun, you guys make them so utterly happy. So utterly happy. The Sun is the pinnacle of happiness and contentment. That is how you make them feel. All right, you guys make them so utterly happy. And then we have the Ace of Wands. Once again, they were manifesting you, and they are so happy that they manifested you as you are because you truly make them happy. Like, so freaking happy, you guys. The Empress, they can see having children with you. Like, especially if you're female and you yourself want to have children, this person on multiple occasions has had dreams of you being pregnant. If you're a man, this woman is like, yeah. If you're gay, they're like, yeah. If you're lesbian, they're like, yeah. If you're, however you may be, trans, non-binary, this person can see raising a family with you, okay? Ooh. Then we have Strength. You make them feel so much stronger than they ever thought they could possibly be. Like, you make them feel good about themselves. You make them feel that they can face anything and do anything. Like, they feel so happy and strong with you. And it's also the way they see you as well. They see you as that lion, as that strong person who doesn't let anyone walk over them. And that is just amazing, you guys. And we're going to see how you guys view them. Or view, okay. So we have anxiety here, where even though you manifested this person with the Ace of Wands, with this Five of Swords, a part of you is scared to be happy. And that goes back to those previous cards I was talking about, where you're just kind of scared to be happy. That's okay. You have to do that shadow work currently. Another thing is, for some of you guys, you're actually terrified about what if they're not happy enough with you, in which I just told you was that fear is null, but that is still fear. And it's a fear you have to acknowledge and you have to face. But these people, this goes back to the eyes deceiving you. Your eyes are deceiving you. So this person may not have been spending as much time with you. They may not have been talking as much with you. But that is because they are currently going through things that, they want to go through on their own. So in terms of depression, in terms of anxiety, you guys can try to reach out more often. Try to, show them that you're there for them. But understand that if you just sit in this environment of feeling ucky and yucky, and oh, sorry. But if you just sit in this period where you're just allowing yourself to have a headache, I had a headache in the very beginning of this. But if you just allow yourself to have a headache because you're constantly worried if this person is happy with you, then that's the issue. Because they're happy with you. They're utterly happy with you. But they have things that they're dealing with. Remember this Knight of Wands, they have that they're dealing with. Currently, they're at the point where they're at their lowest, and they don't know how to tell you, they don't know how to say anything about it. So you don't have to like force yourself on them and be like, I need to fix you, like I need to help you, but rather just be like, hey, I understand, I am here for you if you want to talk. So in that case, you leave it open to them to determine if they want your help, which based off of this person here, they will. The Six of Pentacles, they will ask for your help in time. Just be patient with this person. And you also feel that this is a very giving and receiving relationship where you're not just, trying to take from this person. Rather, you are taking and you are giving and you are receiving in this relationship in terms of support, finances, time. But it's just clearly this person is going through a harder time, but that's how you guys feel about them. You feel that this relationship is very balanced. You're just going through a hard point right now. And you do feel like this relationship was divinely given. Because we have the wheel, and then we also have the Ace of Pentacles. So this relationship was definitely divinely given to you guys, and you feel that, and you feel there's going to be a shift in energy to a more positive place, but you just have to be patient. This is where you guys are also having a hard time with that patience, but you guys do see yourself having a better life with this person, but you guys just need to be patient. So pile number 2, I hope that resonated with you. If it did not resonate with you, go ahead and choose a different pile. But if it did resonate with you, like, comment, and subscribe if you please. If you like a personal reading, I will have how you can do so down below. If you would like to donate to this channel, you can. It is not expected of you. All donations go to buying cards for this channel. All right, pile number 2. Once again, I hope that resonated with you. I'm going to go ahead and end it here. Goodbye, my lovelies. Hello, pile number 3. So if you chose pile number 3, this is your pile. King of Wands upright. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle some cards and place them out, and then we will read them. Alright, pile number 3, here are your cards right here. I'm going to go ahead and mix them up a little bit. Just so we have a clearer reading here. Okay. Alright, pile number 3, let's start with your reading. We have the 7 of Pentacles, the 6 of Cups, Strength, the 7 of Pentacles, repeating there, the 4 of Cups, the King of Swords, the 10 of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, the 6 of Swords, the Star, and the 10 of Cups. Okay, you guys, so this is already a very bright reading. It's a bit brighter than the other ones here, because it's like, just wow. Alright, it's like telling a story of you overcoming. Like, it's just like, funny enough, it's reading this way, of just you overcoming, you overcoming, you overcoming. Like, this is awesome, you guys. So with that King of Wands, this is about you feeling very strong and determined in this relationship. You feel very good in this relationship. You don't feel that, you're giving too much of yourself or too little of yourself. Rather, it's a very balanced type of dynamic going on in this relationship. With the 7 of Pentacles here, this is about, you have been doing the work to nurture yourself. So in that case, when you did get in a relationship, you could nurture that other person as well. you've been searching for a lifelong partner, and this person has come along. And this person has added so much to your life in terms of that strength card. You guys see each other as very strong people indeed, because we literally have two lions here. So you both see each other as very, very strong individuals, but you both see that a lot of work has to go into this relationship because you both are very stubborn and strong-willed. So with that Seven of Pentacles there, that is literally talking about making the effort in this relationship to better it as well. With this Four of Cups, how you used to be is you used to, think about, where is my love? Woe is me. Nobody loves me. And then you realize that that was the wrong mentality to go into any relationship. So you really worked on your mentality with that King of Swords here. You became the master of your mind, and that's when you reached that Ten of Wands, and then you stopped being the person who you used to be, and you grew as a person, and you started an entirely new cycle where you are choosing to take every day as an adventure. And that's really how you should see life. Every day should be an adventure. And that really helped you in terms of the Six of Swords energy right here. So the Six of Swords is about a woman who's trying to set herself free by having birds carry her away. But the only thing is the birds are not strong enough to carry her away. But if she merely picked up one of the swords and just walked through, the barrier is gone. The issue is the barrier. It's a perceived barrier. So you guys used to have limitations, which you did the work on. You've been doing shadow work. That's why we have a star here. You guys have been doing the shadow work. You have been going into the darkest of nights within yourself and becoming the star that lights the way. You guys have been doing the work. You've been doing the healing. And that is showing in your relationship, you guys, because your relationship is leading to this Ten of Cups. This is where it is leading, to that Ten of Cups, if you choose to, because free will is at play. So I'm going to go ahead and see how this person feels about you, and then I will go ahead and see how you feel about this person. Oh, okay. So this person feels that you bring a lot of mental clarity into their life with that Ace of Swords there. Things are so much more clearer. They're not as stuck in life because you bring a whole new perspective into their life. With this Ace of Cups, they are ready and willing to give you the love that you desire. They definitely have a lot of love to give. Their cup is definitely overflowing here. And they are so ready to give you that love, to give you all that you desire. And you guys are ready for it. Even if you may not feel like it sometimes, you are ready for it. And with the Six of Wands, they feel that you are truly one of the many opportunities coming into their life. Like, they don't see this relationship as, oh, I have to do this and that. They're like, no, you are a freaking opportunity. You are an opportunity for the better life I have been seeking. Like, you are truly a gift. That's how they see you. They see you as a gift. With this Four of Swords here, they have been hurt in the past. So they do have slight anxiety about being hurt again. But that is something that they're working on because they feel so happy with you and they don't want to doubt it. But they still do have some anxiety about it. But with this Eight of Pentacles, you are their focus. They are focusing on you. They do not have anyone else they are focusing on you and you alone, okay? You don't have to worry about them cheating or anything like that. They are not the type of person. They are very kind people. They do not want to hurt you at all because they truly feel happy with you. With this Two of Swords, however, they're feeling sort of stagnant in terms of that Ten of Pentacles. They're feeling stagnant because they don't know where things are going. Like they do. They know that they want to get to that Ten of Cups. But currently you guys are experiencing a standstill. It's not like that you guys are arguing. It's just that your communication has been kind of falling down a little bit. And this could be for many different reasons. You could be dealing with depression. They could be dealing with depression. But they've been feeling that stagnation, and it's kind of making them worried. They really just want to talk to you, but they're also terrified of being the first one to reach out because they don't want to reach out and then, you know, you needed that space. So they're trying to be very considerate of you, but they're being over considerate, if that makes sense. So that's currently how they feel. Let's see how you guys feel. Ooh. Okay, you guys. A bunch of cards just fell out, and then one was caught between my legs. So I'm going to go ahead and read the one that I caught between my legs. So you guys are feeling the same way with this Four of Swords. So you guys have very similar energy where you're kind of terrified of being hurt again. You're unsure, but at the same time you want to be open with this person. And it's an energy you have been working on. You guys have been hurt in the past. And you guys have seen, you know, bad relationships in the past and you don't want to repeat that. But the universe really wants you to know that you're really not, because you're aware. If you weren't aware, then yes, you would have definitely repeated it, but you guys are 100% aware. With this Queen of Swords, you feel very strong mentally in this relationship. You feel that you're making all the right shots. You feel that you're on the right track. You don't feel that, you know, you're needlessly doing things. Rather, you feel that all the things that you are doing are with a purpose, and you feel very strong in what you are doing. This person doesn't make you confused or anything. Rather, they're very clear in how they feel towards you. They may not tell you everything, but they are very clear. With this Wheel of Fortune, you feel that there's a shift in energy, but for the better. There's definitely a shift of energy for the better coming soon. It's actually going to kind of eliminate that Two of Swords energy. This could be very much based off of that you guys need to take the action. That's why it's for you. That Wheel of Fortune popped out for you. So you guys do need to take action at this time to reach out to this person and continue to do so. It is very much a balance and a compromise. You're going to have periods in life where one person falls out a little bit, but you just have to go back in and reignite, and vice versa. You are human. You're not always going to have good days. It's not always going to be peachy. So currently just being there for that person through whatever they may be going through, just, you know, be there for them at this time. And when you need them to be there for you, it will happen. With the Seven of Swords upright and this Eight of Swords upright. Okay, so here's that anxiety coming through, and you feel there might be a tower moment coming, but there actually isn't. There actually isn't a tower moment coming, but you guys are waiting for a tower moment, and that's what's causing this anxiety here. You feel that something is being withheld, and funny enough, it's actually not. Oh, a hummingbird. Sorry, a hummingbird is right outside my window, you guys. Nothing is being withheld. There is no tower moment that is going to show up. Rather, you guys at this time just need to feel very secure with yourselves. Because what's actually happening is that old patterns are trying to resurface with this Eight of Swords here. So really focusing on yourself at this time is imperative. And sorry for the noise, a truck's going by. But understanding yourself and doing that shadow work at this time is imperative. But don't think that there's a secret being withheld, because there's not. Like, this person literally is just manifesting a better life for you guys. They may not be vocal about that, but they are not withholding information at this time. Pile number 3. All right, pile number 3, I hope that resonated with you. If it did not resonate with you, go ahead and choose a different pile. But if it did resonate with you, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. If you would like to have a personal reading, I will have that link down below. If you'd like to donate, you can. It is not expected of you. All donations go to me buying more decks for this channel, okay? All right, I love you, pile number 3, and have a good rest of your day. Bye!